Hello, my friends. This is Kara King coming to you live. I hope that you are having a beautiful afternoon wherever you are today, or this evening, this morning, wherever you are. If you are new to me, I just want to thank you for spending your time with me this morning. I am going to share this video to my Facebook group. So just one moment. Hey guys, how are you? I hope that you're doing well today. I'm really happy to be here with you today and share this information. If you are new to me, my name is Kara King and I am a multidimensional channeler, energy worker, trainer of the multidimensional healing arts. I also teach yoga and I am a business coach. I am solely dedicated to working with those of you who are new earth leaders and learning how to bring your gifts forward into the planet in a practical way. So in this video, I am going to be talking to you about not only ascension, the path of ascension and liberation, but also how you can begin to not only deeply understand and cultivate the relationship with your soul and your freedom codes, but how to continue to work these timelines that I'm going to be talking about, how you can really truly embrace your gifts, not only, on a personal level with your families, your communities, those of you who are entrepreneurs, but how to really begin to bring them into your communities, whether they be online or local. So if you are, if you don't mind, I believe I shared this to my Facebook community, Soul Awakened Leaders. If it resonates with you, if you are connected to anybody that you feel like, hey, you might want to listen to this message, feel free to share this. I would appreciate that. Not for me, but for others, so that way they can receive this information as well. So I want to start off first with timeline reading, timelines, because there are waves and waves of energy, waves and waves of consciousness that, excuse me, I need some water, that are always affecting us. I am not an astrologer. So when it comes to the astrology side of things, I definitely recommend that you connect with my friend Raquel Springs, because she can break down more of that side of things. I'm a multidimensional seer. So for about 18 going on 19 years, I've been seeing the cosmos and receiving information for this specific time on Earth. Okay, which is an extremely auspicious, beautiful time for all of us, especially those of you who connect with being a starseed or a shaman or a mystic, and you know that you're here for more. This message is especially for you. All right, so we're gonna get started. So about the 13th, a few days ago, this was a really great time I was seeing for a lot of this freedom, the energy of freedom starting to surface, bubble up from deep inside the earth, inside of the Mother Gaia, her energy, her love, her support, just beginning to pour through the planet into our hearts. Those of us who are very sensitive, those of us who have been on this, healing path or the path of ascension, we might be a little bit more in tune to some of these energies, some of these frequencies, and we might feel stuff but not necessarily know what it is. Just know that the mind doesn't have to be attached to knowing what's going on, first and foremost, okay? That can actually lower our vibration. When we feel these energy surges, allow the mind to release so that we can just pull in and quickly integrate into the body, because the month of December, especially moving into the year of 2021, you guys, we're moving really, really fast energetically. It's not going to be the year 2020. There was a lot of energetic processing, a lot of highs and lows, soul lessons and breakthroughs that has been preparing us for our work and our not only our resilience, but more of the fullness of the expression of the soul moving into for the next 3 years. Okay, so just hold on to that real quick. So I'm seeing as far as timelines between the 13th and the 23rd, and I know, and I'm going to be, there's timelines within timelines, so bear with me. If you need to take notes, just make sure that you grab a pen and paper if you want to take notes, or just know that you can save this video and go back, and I'm also going to be uploading it onto my YouTube channel later. So between the 13th and 23rd, and we're in this energy now, this is about breakthroughs. This is about evolution. This is more than the evolution of your soul. I really sometimes like to dial in mostly on like how this is going to help you personally, but there's going to be a shift in some of my messages because it's more about you know, how we can begin to work together, how we can begin to support one another, how we can begin to embrace our soul gifts and take full ownership of our presence. So the energy between the 13th and the 23rd is revealing this. So the biggest thing that I've noticed within my own path, you know, I'm not immune to either, is getting out of the mind and letting who we think we are step aside, because we're continuing to evolve, you guys. And as the higher dimensional energies continue to pour into the planet, we're going to be, you know, all of these awakening stages are going to be so quick, even quicker, okay, this month. So, and through the solstice, which is another opening for us, we are really preparing and feeling that liberation within. The chakras that I'm seeing that are really helping establish this for us, I'm just going to stand up so I can give you a visual, or maybe I'll go like this, is between the heart and the solar plexus. And I'm really seeing like this infinity, this circulation of energy between the heart, you see that? The heart and the solar plexus like really open up, okay? So if you can just even begin to tap into that and in your own body, like that figure 8, right? Moving the energy between the heart and the solar plexus. Now the heart, the energy of the heart is really truly what carries all of us in life, okay? And the energy of our solar plexus is directly connected to our soul mission, our personal power, our ego, which I believe that there's the healthy aspects of the ego, which is our higher self, like really putting into practice and getting our hands dirty, putting in some elbow grease into the why we're here. Not just doing the upper spiritual work, but really like, this is what I'm here to do, and putting it together in a very practical manner. And so the energy from the 18th through the 21st is really helping anchor that. And I'm seeing again more of the you guys, there's a lot of solar flares happening this week. There's a lot of energy coming into our planet, and I'm going to talk about the Earth's magnetism here in a little bit, but just know that when these energies come through, it is for your highest benefit, your highest evolution, okay? And we may not always have words, but we have a deeper intelligence inside of our bodies, okay? And that deeper intelligence inside of our bodies comes through the subtle energy, through your energy systems. So again, I just want to come back to this, that the energy of the heart is beginning to expand not only in the front of the body, but the side of the body and the back of the body. And at the same time, the solar plexus, the sense of the self, is moving up a notch. So as far as ascension systems, if over the last 8 weeks you had like digestive issues or like a lot of purging happening through the digestive area, your body has been responding to to how we are upgrading, to how not only the energy, the light body is upgrading, but how the cells are being recoded, reprogrammed for liberation. All right? So just know, like, put this into practice. Spend time with your body. Spend time in communication with your spirit. Set aside, you know, some time in the morning or the evening or throughout the day to meditate, to breathe, to be with yourself, so that way you are plugged in, that way you are tapped into that higher dimensional consciousness. It's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to get curious about it. It's a whole nother to put it into practice, and taking it a step further to truly living and breathing and being that full presence of your soul. And that's where we are going into 2021. 2021, I am labeling this as the year of the soul mission. 2019 was the year of the higher self, 2020 the year of the soul, 2021 the year of the soul mission. Those of you who are identified as star seeds, as healers, as intergalactic beings, as ancient ones, holding up the truest, the most utmost high vibration for all. I'm calling on you. And so are your brothers and sisters. We need you. We need you to show up in your magic, in your mysticism, in your gifts, because again, there are thousands, if not millions, of people who are going through awakening stages. And awakening stages, we begin to become self-aware, then we take our healing a little bit more serious, and then maybe possibly, we get attracted to, okay, how can I help others? How can I really embrace my spirituality? And then taking it a step further is, how do I participate? How do I participate in this, not only this global revolution or unbecoming of the older systems, but how do I truly participate? And that's what I'm going to be talking about at the end of this video. So make sure that you hang out with me, stay for a while, because I hear all the time when I'm working with my students, okay, I want to awaken my gifts, I want to birth my business, but there's more to this, and that is absolutely correct. Excuse me, I need another drink of water. In October, November, there is an energy where partnerships between starseeds, between old souls, we started finding one another. Partnerships are a really big deal through the month of December into like early February, maybe even to March, because we're starting to find one another, okay? Meaning we've got work to do. So for example, if there are multiple healers that want to come together and facilitate for others, you guys, this is your time to find your people, to find the ones that you can support, and vice versa, how you can be supported in your own personal path in helping not only your own personal path, but the collective path of holding and upholding the light communities. I don't know why I want to say it like that, but the light communities. So if this resonates with you, if you use your gifts already in whether it be healing or coaching or mentoring or just putting really great stuff out there, or if you're like, hey, I get all this information, I just don't know what to do with it, start speaking your truth, start getting it out there, you guys, because your people are trying to find you, and vice versa. You are not weird. Where we're going right now, those of us who are talking about this stuff, that are living it, that are breathing it, you guys are the ones where people are lost spiritually, you guys, and people are going to be going through more awakening, even more, and they're going to need your help. Okay, so take this very seriously, and get excited, because there's direction for you, and it's going to be revealing even more. The 23rd through the 2nd of January, that's what I'm talking about here, these light codes, okay? Now, these are open gateways, gateways of consciousness. So I think that we can establish like a very basic understanding that there's chakras, okay? Chakras are actually meditation points in the body. They're not actual wheels, but they're meditation points in the body that direct consciousness through the human vessel, so that the mind and the spirit can not only conjoin, but express the highest aspects of the divine through the body, through the mind, through everyday life, okay? Now the 23rd through the 2nd, those of you who are doing this work, you have access to more of that light, that consciousness, that energy, that divine direction for you, okay? And not only, again, is this going to help you at a personal level, but at the collective, because that's really what this is about. This is about collective restoration. This is about restoration of our communities, the planet Earth, Mother Gaia, restoration in our home life, our families, okay? That's what ascension is all about. And the gateways in the gateways, the channels, the portals in the body, in your multidimensional bodies, are beginning to come together. They're beginning to merge, especially those of you who are like, you've been doing this work, you like, maybe you're a healer or a coach or whatever, and you know you do upper dimensional stuff. The multidimensional aspects of the self, not personalities, nothing like that, but the actual trueness, the richness of all of your memory, all of who and what you are, your experiences are going to be naturally coming together. And then we shift that through the vessel, okay? So just know that, you know, if you're laying in bed at night, or if you're meditating and you just feel like this energy just wanting to move through, just breathe into it, get out of the mind. Let the mind be clear as much as possible. Feel into the energy waves, breathe into them, relax into them, because that is actually helping not only all of your cells shift into, I'm going to call this like a crystalline matrix. And I don't want to sound like too etheric and out there. Actually, hold on, let me grab you a tool. Because it's very real. What happens in the quantum field, it has a direct effect on matter, okay? So I don't know if this is a really good illustration, or it's not an illustration, but a tool. So, okay, maybe they're like, this can be called the Merkaba or Metatron's cube, however you want to look at this. So like this would be like a crystal, okay? And when the DNA, the RNA in the body, all of the bodies are in a state of completion, all right? There's a crystallization that happens, and that is what we are going through naturally from the higher dimensional frequencies that are coming into the planet, and also how Gaia is supporting her children. And I don't mean just us, I mean the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the beings, the aquatic beings, the birds of the air, are I don't know what to call it, the bug kingdom, right? All the insects. But what happens is this light, right? This light moves through these matrices. And when light crystallizes, it cannot be penetrated by darker or denser frequencies. And that's essentially why some of you do DNA work, why our DNA is getting upgraded, and it's happening naturally. You don't really have to do anything other than be true to yourself, continue to allow the ego to drop away, get a little bit more curious about who and what you are, okay? And just know that when we prioritize ourself and our healing, our meditation practices, and our conscious connection to our breath and our bodies, we begin to have a sense of knowing, a sense of remembrance. And truly, you guys, as a coach, as a healer, as someone who trains and has been training and working with people for thousands of people over the last decade, I can tell you I get this question a lot. What am I doing here? Why am I here? It's for evolution and hopefully service to others, okay? Your own evolution as a soul, your own evolution as a being on this planet, living and experiencing a spiritual experience. But beyond just having a spiritual experience, beyond just, okay, going throughout my days and just, this just feels good. Take that, embody that, be that, and contribute. And that contribution is really what I'm seeing through the 23rd, through the 2nd of December, excuse me. Now with that, after the solstice, I see specific codes, light codes coming in. And these light codes have to do with what I was just, talking about, this crystallization of energies, of frequencies that are really going to help elevate you. And you guys, I want you to know this because I want to point this out, because there can be an addiction to feeling good. There can be addiction to just having really good, blissful experiences. All right. This is about being conscious and walking that edge of stability between polarities. Okay. And that is that open field, that 0 point energy field, okay, that we are to maintain to our best of our abilities. So some tools that I would like to give to you today in this video to help maintain your vibration. One is to prioritize your emotional body. And I don't mean always feel everything, but but let what you feel rise and leave, okay? Rise and leave, rise and leave. It's an ebb and a flow, a breath in, a breath out, okay? Try not to allow the mind and the emotional body overrule your consciousness, okay? All right, presence is key. With the emotional and the mental bodies begin to override your stability, the presence is lost, okay? And as a conscious creator, as a conscious being who is here to contribute to the new earth, who is here to contribute to raising your own vibration, your own health, your own vitality, activating your gifts, it is for us to put into practice every single day, again, to the best of our abilities to, just, I'm not saying bypass, I'm not into that shit, you guys. I'm not saying, don't feel what's real, because our life is real, but we don't have to cling to the emotional stories. We don't have to cling to the mental ups and downs, okay? We can just let it be and let it go. When it comes to the spiritual and the physical, that's where most of this is starting to converge, okay? So prioritizing your spiritual health. If there's anything that needs to get out of your life, especially before the 2nd of January, get it out of your life, you guys. If there's anything that does not serve you, and I know that like we can say this or hear this, or maybe we hear this sometimes, but just like, oh yeah, it doesn't serve me, I'll just do it for another day. Really prioritize this, because the thing with timelines, it's kind of like I don't know, I'm just gonna paint a picture here. Like if you're in New York City and you're trying to catch a ride and you need a cab or something, it's like, you're seeing all these cars go by and it's like, oh, like I have to get to my appointment, appointment, right? But if you're not catching your ride, you're gonna miss your appointment. Sure, it can cycle around again, but not in that manner, because time and space. And when I give timeline readings, it's for you, it's for your benefit, so you can catch those higher waves, okay? Because the truth about not only being and thriving as a multidimensional being, but a conscious, aware multidimensional being here on our planet, there's fluctuations of I don't even want to call it time. There's fluctuations of parallel. How do I say this? It's more of a picture, so I have to find the words, because as a translator of of multidimensional realities, sometimes, you guys, it's hard to find the words to, but it's, in order for you to evolve quicker, have the utmost highest vibration for you in your evolution, you want to pay attention to these dates, okay? So the 23rd to the 2nd, make sure you, if there's anything that you need to clean up, deadlines, when I mean that, deadlines, more like the heart and the soul, what do you have to clear up, clean out, or integrate or embody? Listen to that, prioritize that, because your spirit is that conduit. Spirit is the energetic conduit. I'm just gonna move the camera because I got out of my chair and I'm just on the floor right now. Hi guys. Okay, I'll do that. Spirit is the energetic conduit for your soul and your soul blueprints to begin to be infused in the energy bodies, to begin to influence that higher consciousness, to influence your day-to-day life, right? And this is a gift. It's truly, truly a gift for you to not only listen, but to have that connection, and make it conscious. So the code's coming in through the 23rd after the solstice through the 2nd, and I'm seeing even more into the 14th. So it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 weeks or so. We have about a little less than a month of this coding, these codes that come through the ethers, through intergalactic energies, the cosmic energy. I always say this is the cosmic energy that awakens sleeping consciousness, okay? And so this cosmic energy, this high vibrational energy, comes down into our planet, wraps around the planet, just like this week. There's solar flares that are happening. It's scientific, okay? There's these plasma rays that move through our star system, wrap around our energy field, connect with Mother Gaia. It comes through our through the ethers, through the electronic grids, and because we are nothing more than energy and consciousness, we absorb that. And what this is doing for us, these codes that I see, is about divine authority. divine authority, divine freedom, okay? Living as a sovereign, free being, that divine authority, feel into that, you guys, feel into that. That's why, like, I'm not a law of attraction coach or manifestation coach or anything like that, but what I like about the law of attraction is it does teach you that what you think you become, that you can create your reality. There's just a difference here, you guys, that I want to point out. A lot of people teach about that in a way that's more self-serving, more serving the ego, and that can actually be very limiting. But know that, like, the codes that come through in your divine authority, move into this, breathe into this, meditate on this through this month, especially from the 23rd to the 14th of January, that there's more going on than what meets the eye, okay? And you can feel this and you can sense this. And the way to do this is, one, listen, because we can direct our life in two ways. We're either going the route in the way that our ego is like, hey, you know, this is what I really want to experience, da 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 da, or we can be open more to the soul and be more open to how the soul wants to truly thrive. And when we listen to the soul, when we truly honor the soul, that is us honoring that divine right, that divine authority that you are so tapped into, that you are here to not only just consciously know, but to embody through the heart, through the entire expression of your emotions, through your work in the world. That's so fulfilling to your spirit, you guys. I work with people all over the world. I work with, you know, like different income brackets. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if I'm working with someone who's a millionaire or working with someone who's, you know, just like trying to like, you know, make their life a little bit better than it was the year before, in the material world. What I've learned and what I see, and also in my own path, is there's nothing greater than quenching the thirst of the soul and the spirit, okay? And that divine authority, that divine right, that quenching of the thirst is naturally pouring into the planet, is naturally going to be moving through you. But what are you going to do with it? All right, that's the big question here. What are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with your freedom? Can you act on it? Can you truly, truly begin to embrace? And when the parts of the lower aspects of the self are like, hey, I'm afraid, what are people going to think? You know, I'm known for being like this or whatever. Continue to break out of your shell, you guys. Continue to express, to open your voice. Free yourself, because when you do, you help others in their freedom. It's like, you know, hey, I ran a mile, I passed go. Yeah, I had to, you know, run through some woods and, you know, I don't know, whatever it is, but you can do it too. I know the way, and I will show you, because I love you, because you are my brother, you are my sister. All right? This is unity consciousness. That's what this is. And I'm not speaking this in this way so it's like gives like a really good, like good feeling, right? Like that good feeling is good, but to breathe into that, share that, commit to that vibration every single day. Of course, there's ebbs and flows of the mind. Of course, there's ebbs and flows of the emotions. But you're never, as long as we continue to redirect over and over, this is and reaffirm, this is who I am. I am a healer. I am a teacher. I am a speaker. I'm in my divine authority. I am here to help you understand or help you in your healing, or help, you know, whatever it is. Allow your soul to speak. Because at the vibrational level, we're not getting away with anything less. Not anymore. And the year 2020 has truly taught us that, has truly pushed us. And gearing up, as we wrap up this cycle, truly cycles have ended, as we continue to prepare our hearts and our minds for next year. And I'm going to talk about next year here in a second. It's not going to be as last year, but we've really been prepared to look at ourselves, to really see, okay, what matters? What really matters to me? What is that? What does that matter? I mean, what matters to you on a personal level, on a soul level, in your relationships, in your community, in your work in the world? Okay? What What is that for you? And don't just let it pass through the mind. What is that going to do for you? Can you allow your thirst, the thirst of the spirit and the soul, to be quenched? Moving into the year 2021, and some of us are already starting to feel this. We might have an intuitive knowing already. Some of us are starting to feel like, yeah, like there's big work to do. So I'm going to break this down in stages. Those of you who identify as star seeds, as I call us new earth leaders. Those of us who know that we're here for big work, right? We're going to be forming partnerships. Partnerships is where it's at right now as we continue to bring our gifts together. And when I say gifts, I don't only mean, excuse me, I'm burping. I don't necessarily mean like psychic work or healing work or, any of that. I mean, that's a part of it. That's a component. But it could be, your gifts in business. It can be your gifts of cooking. It can be your gifts of creating communities. Whatever it is, it takes all of us. It takes all of us to come together. And so those of you who are like, hey, like, I know what I'm here for. I'm already in my dharma. I'm following my soul blueprint to the higher path. Those are us that are finding and solidifying partnerships for deeper soul work for 2021. Okay, I started channeling that in August after the Lionsgate portal on 8/8. It was about the heart attraction and love and us finding one another. There's another layer, other soul groups underneath that this year have been rising into their power, into their gifts. They're no longer questioning. If that's you are going to, listen up please, you are going to transition if you allow yourself, okay? You are going to transition, again, if you allow yourself into that deep stabilization of service, that deep stabilization of representation of the light. And I don't mean this false, excuse my language, bullshit that you see in these spiritual communities where it's just like da 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 da, feel good, like that's all it is. Like, that's great, you guys, but like there's some stuff out there that enables spiritual bypassing and enables like some really egoic stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those of you who are like really, really real, like this is what I'm here for. You've grown through this year. You guys are the ones, again, if you allow, to step up, to come more into the spotlight. Let yourself be seen, please. There's truly, and I cannot say this again, I will say it over and over and over because I'm also a business coach, all right, a business mentor, and when it comes down to being seen, your path is paved for you, all right? Your path is paved for you. Show up. Show us who you are. Get fucking loud about it. There's no shame. There's nothing to hide, you guys. There's nothing to hide. It is so safe energetically, it is so safe. It is so good for you. Your soil is prepped and primed and nourished, full of nutrients. All you got to do is just water that seed a little bit and allow yourself to sprout up. All right? It's gonna be a more of a lighter 2021. All right. Now the third group of souls that I'm seeing that are going to be coming into the rising are those who have been dabblers. Those have been those who are have been questioning a little bit more. Those of you who are like, yeah, this makes sense, or like, oh, I don't know, like really just kind of goes back and forth. You guys are the ones that are really going to break open the most. Well, we're all breaking open, but those of you guys are the ones, you guys, whoever you are, if this third group resonates with you, those are like those of us who are like still in seeking mode, or still like, oh gosh, like, there's more to this life, and maybe I'm spiritual, or whatever, or yeah, I'm spiritual, but I don't know what to do with this. You guys are the ones who are really going to be embracing more of your healing. You're on that healing path. So prioritize your ancestral healing, prioritize your personal healing, okay? And that second group, you know, that I kind of just talked about, this is where we all come in, all right? But because we're all helping one another, there's no hierarchy. That shit's done. That's so gone. All right. But in moving into like this third group, you guys are like kind of this like last little wave of light workers that are going to be really rising up. Okay. And I wanted to communicate that because it's very special. It's very important. Because everyone is included in this. If you choose, you must consciously choose, and not just consciously choose. Okay, say okay, spirit, okay, God, okay, soul, I'm ready. No, you gotta act. You gotta act. So if it's like, yeah, I'm going to I'm scared or freaked out. I'm gonna start speaking about my truth, and I don't know what to say, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Or I'm a healer and I'm a closet healer and I'm gonna start coming out of the closet. Or I'm a singer and I know that I can help the soul and the spirit unite through the gift of sound. I better see you either on YouTube or Facebook or Instagram singing your heart out or something, okay, you guys? Because it takes all of our frequencies, all of our energies coming together, because we really, when we do that, that creates a true ripple effect that we can all connect with. Energetically first, and it connects with matter, your body, your mind, your soul, your spirit. I want to encourage you to commit. Now, next, there's been a lot of the mind and the heart connection that has been happening this year. If you've been listening in your own way, healing the mind, observing the mind, calming the mind, opening the heart. Now, the third component to this, I haven't talked about womb consciousness in a while, but your womb, I call the womb the portal to the soul. And the heart and the mind and the womb, there are some deep womb activations, releases that really started happening collectively. Again, what I was seeing after the 8/8 Lionsgate portal, and the womb is an aspect of the Sacred Heart. Okay, the womb is an aspect of the Sacred Heart, and connecting with the lower chakras. I'm going to stand up and show this. I don't think I could. There we go. Mind is not just the brain, okay? I want you guys to start thinking about this, because thinking about your energy field in a different way. Your entire body is the mind. Your entire energy body is the heart. Your entire energy body is the frequency that ripples through you, okay? But there again, like I said before, there are certain meditation points or aspects to direct your consciousness to awaken certain vibrations within your temple, which is your body, okay? And so the pineal gland, the heart, and the womb, and my brothers, you have a womb consciousness too, okay? So it's not just women. My brothers, you have a womb consciousness too. So the connection about like a hand, like a full hand from the navel down, that's going to be kind of like the beginning of your womb consciousness, okay? Now, it takes each and every one of us to take spiritual, energetic responsibility, okay? 2021, especially right now, it's not about, hey, will you go, do an energy clearing for me so that way I can just feel good for a couple of days and I'm going to go back to my same bullshit. No, it's about the full, like really honoring your process of change and evolution. So the mind, pineal gland, the heart, and the womb is the energy systems that are going to be really coming together naturally. So if there's any purging that comes through for you moving into the month of January, or if you're feeling it a little bit now, just know that you are being prepared. You're being prepped, the emotional body, the energy body, because your womb is really, again, I always say the womb is the portal to the soul. The womb to bring through more of that loving divine consciousness into your own life is really where it's at. So meditation, directing consciousness to the pineal gland, linking it with the heart, linking it to the womb, moving that energy through the body. Not only is it going to stabilize you, you're going to feel really good, but it's really going to help. It's going to help you with your goals, your personal goals, your professional goals. Another thing, I'm going to actually switch my view real quick and wipe my whiteboard down because I'm just going to take you guys with me. Hold on. Because I want to share this with you. I channeled a visualization. I don't know if you guys can see this. Hold on. Bear with me. I'm still with you. I love you. Love you. Hold on. All right. Let me wipe this down real quick. I channeled a visualization yesterday to help prepare the energy bodies for higher consciousness. So as an energy worker, I want to share some things with you guys, because sometimes we'll hear like, hey Kira, why is energy work hurting me? Or like, I feel like these sensations where it's just like, oh, it like really is uncomfortable. You guys lean into it, because I want you to think like, if there's like a hardness, like a very tough shell, right? And that light, that higher consciousness is like trying to come in, like it has to bust up, and it like kind of literal, like it's like busting through rock sometimes. Like some of us have some, like myself included, like some really deep patterns, and it's like it can be uncomfortable sometimes, and getting like these rigid like lifetimes or soul imprints, especially soul imprints are deeper than like subconscious mind work or something like that. But the soul imprints, those are the rigidities that are starting to break up. And so I channeled this visualization to help with some of the higher dimensional consciousness coming in through for what I just told you about, the mind, the bear with me here, the mind, the heart, and the womb. All right. Oh, that's not gonna work out. 1 second, guys. Thanks for hanging on so much with me. So I'm just gonna maybe like, this is like a neck, and like maybe this is like a that's gonna be a head. All right. This is gonna be like your medulla, and this is gonna be the spine. All right. And the spine is very important. Your energy bodies are extremely important, right? So this green line, I just want you to think of this as just energy of the spine, and I'm going to draw a little blue dot, and this blue dot is going to represent your pineal gland. I'm going to take away this little illustration here representing the medulla. So this little blue dot is representing the pineal gland, okay? And I was actually just speaking to someone this morning, like, how like, and I don't know if you experience this, but like mental tension, a lot of thoughts, a lot of pressure can build up in the front of the frontal cortex, okay? And it doesn't always feel good. This can breed like tension headaches, or like the crown chakra just gets overloaded. It's like, ugh. So what I want to share with you is how to spread out the mental energy in the brain and the third eye to help to conduct your full presence, so that way you're not so much in the mind, so that way you learn how to dissipate some of this energy, so that way not only like do you feel better, but you have that deeper connection to your own soul, to your own body, to your own connection to the light codes coming in. And I'll be talking about different types of light codes, because light code, I mean, there's so much out there, you guys. It's not just like, oh, there's light codes or star language or light language. Like there's a whole bunch of other stuff out there. So bear with me real quick. So what I'm seeing is to practice, and I've been practicing this since I got this information. It just feels so good. So you're gonna pull, yeah, more like that, like a kite or like a diamond. You're gonna visualize like a diamond, that pure, like literally like nothing but pure white light. Breathe it into the back, like the back of the head right here. Like consciously begin to breathe that in. And then you're gonna connect it. You guys, you can go into Google, just look up the medulla, so that way you have a visualization, but there's this little part right here of the brain, and it's gonna start connecting into the brain, the brain stem, okay? So energetically, you're gonna bring this light, connect it to the pineal gland. For illustration purposes only, I'm gonna create a dot in the center of this diamond. Okay, and you're gonna bring that white light down into the medulla. So it's almost like gonna be like through the medulla, and you're gonna spiral it through the vertebrae, through the spinal cord, okay? Practice this. First, bring it into the heart. So bring it down through the pineal gland, down to the tailbone, which is your coccyx bone, your tailbone, and you're gonna channel that right back up to the heart, right? Stay connected with this visualization, and then you're gonna bring it to the heart, and then you're gonna bring it to the womb consciousness, all right? So you're connecting these 3 points in your temple, in your body, okay? I've been doing this, again, like I said, for about 2 days, and it has just been phenomenal. So I definitely wanted to share that with you, to practice that, because energy work is good, you guys, to maintain our energy bodies and all that, and doing our meditations and connecting to higher frequencies, but utilizing your own consciousness, your own ability to direct energy, and being open, more importantly, to higher dimensional frequencies, is really what's going to take a vital role in your soul mission. It's really going to take a vital role in your cellular upgrades to help you not only on your path of ascension, but, those of you who are conscious creators, not only for the new earth, those of you who are building businesses consciously, to help others, to help yourself. This visualization is really they're key codes. That's essentially what I'm trying to tell you guys. They're key codes, all right? So I channel a lot of key codes, and when I'm doing energy work with other people, I'm doing a lot of activations. I'm helping people unlock their consciousness. And so that's what I'm trying to share with you, is that if you do this naturally, it's just naturally going to start doing this. Like it's just a little tool, an energetic tool for you, okay? Take it a little serious because again, the energy is so high, and we have these, December is an auspicious month. We have access to this consciousness, rather than like, hey, it's available, what do I do with it? We must work the quantum multidimensional layers first, and then it becomes conscious through the mental body, the emotional body, the spiritual, and the physical, all right? And then we get more direction as to how to direct this in our personal and our professional lives. I hope that this serves you. Last little thing that I want to share with you, thank you again so much for hanging out with me. The last thing that I want to share with you is the moving into the year 2021. It's going to have a similar frequency as 2020, meaning, really pushing the soul, revealing your purpose in life, revealing, not only your past lives, but like more than like the curiosity of like, who was I in a past life, or or what do I have to heal? Again, there's like layers to this stuff. There's layers to this stuff, you guys. It's lifelong. It's a lifelong journey. So like your healing, it's like we get to a point in our ascension, and I want to share this with you because I want to clear some things up, because not only have I been doing this work for 18 years, 12 years professionally, but I've worked with thousands of people all over the world, and one thing that I can tell you is like when we wake up, when we start our awakening, we just become aware that there's more to life, and then two, we begin to maybe challenge our belief systems. We start to question maybe authority figures. We start to question maybe our own beliefs, and then we really create the energy field for more of that enlightened consciousness to come in, and then we begin to maybe heal, or we get curious about our healing path. We want to feel better. We don't want to feel like shit anymore. whatever it is. We start noticing maybe our cycles in life. We want to clear up these cycles, and we're just following these little breadcrumbs. When we follow our intuition, that starts awakening up our gifts, because you're listening to this higher dimensional consciousness which wants to move through the body. This is your higher self. This is your soul, okay? And beyond that, maybe we get a little bit curious about maybe we've heard about past lives. Maybe we've heard about spirit guides. Maybe we've heard about ancient mysticism, shamanism, these practices like magic around the world, and maybe we bump up into our belief systems, right? If you're anything like me, I have a Judeo-Christian background. I had to do a lot of work when it came to my relationship with God and God wounds, and being challenged, because I was going to be a youth pastor, you guys. I used to teach the Bible pretty vigorously, and so when we come to our awakening, we start to break some of this down, because we come into our own presence, our own connection with the great I am. And that I amness is you, and there's also a symbiotic relationship with creation. And then we begin to process our human life, all right? So from conception to the present moment. So your ancestral lines, your relationship with your mother and your father, your relationship with your siblings if you have any, your relationships in general, right? Which is a direct connection to your past lives. And above that is a direct connection to your soul imprints, okay? The two are different. I actually teach this inside of Soul Mission. I'm just going to tell you right now. Soul Mission, the registration ends today. It's a 6-month practitioner training as a multidimensional energy healer. If you want to get in, message me and my team will connect with you to get you signed up. It's only lesson 1. You guys got a few days. Don't worry about it. But if you want in on that and you want to start tonight, let me know. Anyways, so when we begin to process, we start to process our human life, our curiosity, and then we start following its breadcrumbs. We begin to awaken to even more of our presence, who we are. This is why some of you guys go through an awakening. You're like, okay, maybe I am a healer, or what are my gifts, or I want to contribute, or I know that there's more to life, or I'm burnt out in my job. I got to do something more because I want to help people. This is you listening to spirit. This is you listening to your soul. And through that action, through your dharma, which is law, your own personal law with creation, through following God's law, you begin to open up into servitude and releasing the ego and releasing limitations, the imprints of limitations. And that takes us back to the liberation of the soul, okay? And after we begin to harmonize, that's what this is. After we begin to harmonize our life and our past lives and all of that, then we begin to integrate the higher aspects of our soul gifts. All right, this is what I do. So in the healing work that I do and how I train people, that's what I do. So I just want to let you guys know, because a lot of you, I actually didn't intend on talking about me. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I just want to draw that line in the sand for you, those of you who are listening and watching, because oftentimes people will say, oh, you're just a psychic, or you're just a Reiki teacher or healer. No, I specifically work on these upper level blueprints, these upper level samskaras, to help integrate, to pull the fullness into your body. That's why I'm doing a lot of upper dimensional work, multidimensional work, to help you in your soul mission, because we need all hands on deck. All right, take this very seriously, okay? So in the upper layers, then after we begin to heal at the soul level, then we begin to integrate our gifts, our presence, our soul mastery. And that's what I'm about. That's what I hope you're about too, and there's layers to this. So be patient, you guys. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go do a healing session and I'm good. You gotta keep on it, like you would your laundry or your dishes. Okay, same principle here. So after we begin to process that, then some of this is healing work. A lot of it now, depending on where you're at in your ascension process, is more integration. So integration of your gifts, integration into your I amness, integration into what you're doing and how you are allowing yourself to show up in the world. That's why I say, and I'm going to continue to let you know, continue to release who you think you are. Continue to release who into what you think you are. Not who, but also what. Who is nothing but identification. What is a completely different lens to look at yourself, right? You could say, who I am, that's what I identify with, and that is so limiting. It is so diminishing, all right? Yes, you are in a human body. Yes, you are a man or a woman, or maybe, not only that, maybe you don't identify with being a man or a woman. I'm just going through some lenses real quick, you guys. there's more to all of us. There's so much more to all of us. So get curious about that, because the energy of 2021, if you're not ready, you're going to get slammed. And I don't want you guys to get slammed. I don't want you guys to be confused, because a lot of my life and a lot of what I do, I listen to people who are just confused. Like, we're seeking, right? We're out of like the seeking stage. Be bold, be curious, and remember who you are. So if you're a healer, if you're a speaker, if you're a channeler, if you're really great in business, like, you know, whatever your gifts are. I don't just talk about spiritual gifts, like very practical gifts. Like, I don't know, if you're a governor and you're a closet case and you're really a spiritual leader, stop entertaining the lower vibrations of what confines us. Do everything that you can, because this is what we're really here for, you guys. This is what we are really, really here for. We're here to help contribute to one another, contribute to our own service to ourself, right? Service to self, and with that, birth service to others. Okay. Just know that as we move forward, there are people out there that are here to help you. Here to help you on your path. And I hope that if this message, I gotta check the time real quick. Hold on, guys. I hope that if this message resonates with you and you identify as being one of those people who are like, hey, I know that your words resonate. I just don't know what to do. I just want to encourage you to start speaking your truth. And I don't mean to like speak your truth like in a way that's like, oh, this is how I feel. Like, really take ownership, because again, some of you guys are watching and you put a little bit out there. You say, oh yeah, I'm too intuitive, or blah, 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 blah. No, like, let yourself show up in all of your brilliance and take ownership, because your brilliance is what's needed. Again, I spoke about in this video that this is, the codes coming in is about divine authority for the human race. And that is for those of us who are participating actively in the shift of consciousness, because we are here, we have arrived. It is time to work together. It is time to co-create. There's no hierarchy. There's no like, oh, she's doing this or he's doing that. We're doing the same thing and blah, 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 blah. Like, no. We're here for a greater good, to reestablish humanity as a living, breathing, not only humanity, but the whole planet, Mother Gaia, as a living, breathing vessel for all. And it takes all of us to unite our voice, to unite our energy and energy fields, to unite our convictions as well. I hope that this serves you. I love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, I do want to let you know that if you want to register for Soul Mission, or if you're on the fence, I am not available. I'm so sorry, I'm not available to answer messages in my inbox right now. But one of my team members can. I'm devoted to other things right now. But there's a link. If you want to join, just reach out in my inbox, and one of my team members or myself will answer you. There is also a link. And if you want to explore that, let me know. If you look at, there are some payment options, and if you want to join, whatever, what have you, please let me know, because I am teaching this upper dimensional energy work as I shared, and more, okay? Again, many blessings to you. If this is your first time hanging out with me, my name is Kira King, and I am a multidimensional energy worker and trainer, yoga teacher, and business coach. Bye.